Hello everyone, welcome to Nature and Entertainment on TVRC. My name is Felicia Chinyere Ibiri, and with me on today's program is... Today we shall be talking on the topic matchmaking. Does matchmaking actually lead to marriage? Now, Mr. Babajide, what can you really say on the topic matchmaking? What does matchmaking really entail?
Yeah, to me, matchmaking is a precursor to relationship compatibility, and it can be done by anyone. It can be done by friends, it can be done by a lecturer, it can be done by your pastor, it can be done by your imam. Just to matchmake you guys together to see if it's going to work.
Okay, fine, very well. And we want to know what factors, or what are the factors to consider doing this aspect of matchmaking? What are things we can actually consider?
Okay, do you mean as a matchmaker?
Matchmaker. What are the factors to consider?
Alright, I think number one factors to be considered is trust. Because if I don't trust someone, I can never matchmake them together.
Okay.
So matchmaking is based on trust. I'm able to trust that person. And another thing also is background, family background. Family background. Because if your family is a bad family, there's no how I can matchmake. Okay. So I can never match with somebody that I cannot trust with someone else, because at the end it's going to bounce back on me.
Matchmaker.
Yeah.
So are there other things we need to consider?
Yeah, there are so many things to consider. There are
Yes,
so many
let us
things to
know.
consider. But because of time, that's the reason I just have to.
Okay. Alright. So in the aspects of the matchmaking, if it happens that both partners have got to know each other, maybe from two things, through a matchmaker, got to know each other, what is a process that's follows suit? Like, what are the next things you do?
Okay.
So, in that process.
Okay, in the process of matchmaking, right?
Yes, they've got to know each other.
After you got to know each other.
Yes.
The major process, one, they need to understand each other. That's the key factor.
Yeah.
They need to understand each other, even especially in terms of some people, once you matchmake, they just want to go into marriage. They are impatient. So they need to understand each other in terms of, because I've seen many scenarios of after they matchmake them, they did not even care about their blood group.
That's another factor. That's one
their
of the
genotype.
factors.
And at the end, they will now find out maybe somebody with SS getting married to AS. So at the end, during that, then getting to know their genotype and so on, they could not be able to meet up with marriage. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one of it.
Okay, if at the end of the day, it happens that both partners really love each other, as you said, you used a particular word there, you said impatience.
Yeah.
But in this particular aspect, maybe they've gone out with each other, get to know each other through their dating and aspect, and the other aspect. And it happens that they now want to take it to the family. If it happens that the other partner's parents or family, they don't really welcome this other partner's family, what can really be done about that? Because these individuals have already liked themselves, maybe they've understood each other and they want to proceed to marriage, because they can't do any other process without the family consent. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So where do you place the family in this aspect?
Actually, if you want to really work on that, it's based on dialogue. They actually love each other. Because I've seen so many relationships like that maybe because of the language barrier, they could not be able to meet up with each other. But in a case like this, let me just say dialogue. They need to dialogue
and aside that, the family, if they really consider the happiness of their children,
exactly,
they should see means at which they can make sure things like this work out well for them. So at the point of both partners discovering something, maybe something odd from their relationship, maybe before they get into marriage, does it really mean that if they've gotten to know something they are not comfortable at, maybe they've discussed it and they see there's no headway, what can be done about that? Should they terminate such relationship, or should they go ahead with marriage?
To me, they have to terminate the relationship. And it now depends on them. They have to terminate the relationship because like my pastor used to say that can two come together except they agree. So they just have to separate. But if they can be able to tolerate each other, it's fine. Are you getting me? It's fine. They can be able to tolerate each other because when a lady is like lording over the man is a danger signal already that the guy has to know that yes, if I should get married to such a lady,
all those signals,
and all those signals, so you just have to. But and the lady that is not submissive too during matchmaking period, during their relationship period, you see is really showing danger. So as a result of that fact, you just have to separate.
So in this particular point, if you have relationship or that relationship continue that much, and the aspect of secrecy sets in, maybe this other partner knows that if I get to let this person know about this thing, and really we've gone so far, we've come so far, it might endanger or might terminate endpoint, that's marriage. And the other partner decides to want to keep it secret. I don't know. Does it really? What can you say about it? Because I feel to me that matchmaking process should be a platform where they can easily open to each other. So if the aspect of secret sets in, and they get to the point where they're supposed to get married,
to me, it actually depends on the kind of secrets. Are you getting me? It actually depends on the kind of secret the other person is trying to keep. And the question I have to ask is, do they really love each other? If they love each other, no matter the secrets, there are some secrets that can never be bent. Are you getting me?
Yes.
But if the secret is not something that is going to harm both parties, so they can actually look into it and dialogue, and at the end, they will solve it within themselves.
Okay, fine. The sum of this is, if individuals, both partners, get to understand themselves, they love each other, because love itself supersedes everything.
Yeah.
If there's this love, there's no need for secrets.
Yeah.
There's no need for mistrust.
Sorry to say, there are some people that they actually love each other, but they don't feel like bringing out the secrets, because if they bring out such secrets to their spouse, their fear is that maybe there will be termination between both parties.
Yes,
so that's why the fear of saying out the secret is not that, yeah, but there's love.
Yes.
But there's love.
Okay.
I guess what I'm trying to say, there's love between them, but because of I don't want to lose this person, and to say out the secret is very, very difficult.
Okay, so at this point, I feel to our audience out there, if you're in a relationship and it's the aspect of matchmaking, please consider all you need to know about the other partner, because it's very much important. And for me, I feel it still boils down on openness, because if you continue to consider secrecy, you don't want to let out your information because it's going to end any relationship. I feel it's the bigger danger, because once it's being known in marriage, it leads to divorce. I don't know if you get my point.
I get you. All right, Felicia, I'm having a question for you.
Okay.
And the question is, it's still based on secrecy.
Okay.
Maybe they matchmake you with someone else, and at the end, you now discover that person, you being a single, I'm referring you as a guy now.
Okay, as a guy, I'm a guy, okay.
Yeah, and yes, I later you find out that your spouse, that she has given birth to before to 2 kids.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
And if she's able to ask me,
and that is love.
Yes, love first. I have to consider that love. But the point is, if she has been able to, divulge the secrets to me, like, please, this is my state before you get to know me, and I don't know if you can. If the love is there, it covers every other thing. There will be a danger if she did not let me know about it, because why she's letting me know is for me to have this in my head or in my mind, because it's something is being said before you get to know what's the intention, what's the unit. I don't know if you get my point. So it's more of she trying to trust me. If I let me just tell him, or then I'll be able to know how to continue. Then she has to listen to know my next action. You understand? So I said love itself. If there is love, it conquers everything. So it's not. I don't think it should be a problem. I should be able to accept that.
What about if the person is afraid to dish out the secret to you?
Okay, now.
And at the end, you now later find out. But there's still love. Actually, the person actually loves you, but the fear of losing you, but coming out to you at the end is already late. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Will you be able to forgive based on love?
Yes, I should be able to forgive based on love, but there will be conditions.
Okay.
Because that condition precedes any other action. Because if she had given this, first I'll get angry as a human being. I'll get sad because I started our relationship based on love, on understanding, honesty. So I'll get angry first. But at that point, fine, love, as I said, covers every other thing. But the person should know that there will be a condition. So if the person is so behaves on her to be able to like as in carry along with the condition, fine. There should be a condition because they say there's a bunch of there's always a punishment that precede an action. So that's just it. So at this point we now call it a day from our own point, from our own end. So our viewers, please stay tuned for next edition on relationship. Thank you for now.
Bye.